Hey, this is Erika Awakening from tapsmarter.com, and today we're back for day 2 of the 30-day World Peace Challenge. It's a little chilly morning here in San Francisco, so I'm wearing a jacket right now. I may take it off again later as we warm things up here. So the issue we're going to cover in today's video is the belief that people really just want to take and they don't want to give. Now, I was inspired to start recording this challenge, even though I've had the idea for a long time, because I had become really jaded and cynical myself. And part of what was happening is I was receiving a huge volume of private messages and comments and so forth from people who wanted something from me but weren't offering anything to me. Which gets frustrating after a while. You know, I've spent thousands and thousands and thousands of hours and dollars creating really powerful video programs like all my other 30-day challenges and coaching programs. And they're all publicly available, everything's posted online and so forth. And so the frustration was, wow, you know, it's easy enough for people to get the wisdom I'm offering, and all they need to do is be willing to give something in order to receive. And yet they want to message me and ask me for things for free, and they're not taking any consideration of the fact that I'm a public figure who's receiving a huge number of these requests. Well, you can see how that could wear on a person. Hopefully you can see that. And as this continued to go on for months and years, I got really jaded and cynical. My original blog that I started, what was it, 4.5 years ago now, was completely free for the first year. In fact, I wasn't even offering products and services. And I remember that's when the cynicism kind of started, because there was a feeling on my part like, wow, I've given so much, and when are these people going to give back, right? So now we need to understand that if we have a belief about the world that everyone's a taker, that's what we're going to see. And so we need to change that belief. And part of what inspired me to do the 30-day World Peace Challenge and give it away for free is practicing, for example, what Gandhi taught about be the change you want to see in the world. Well, I'd like to see people giving a lot more and not taking so much. So if that's what I want to see in the world, why not create a 30-day World Peace Challenge where I'm asking for nothing in return, and see what kind of ripple effects that has in the world. And so that was where I'm coming from in making this entire program free. So again, we'll be working with Course in Miracles, and we'll open to a random page later in the tapping. But first we're going to address this cynicism and this skepticism and this anger about people who just want to take. All right, let's go and karate chop. Even though I may feel jaded and cynical, because when I look around the world and at my recent life experiences, I see people wanting to take and not wanting to give anything. They want to get for free. They're looking after their personal interests and forgetting about everybody else. There's not a lot of empathy. There's not a lot of putting ourselves in other people's shoes. There's a lot of unconsciousness. And as long as this taker mentality is so prevalent, I don't think there's any hope for the world. If people don't learn the lesson, the more they give, the more they receive. There's no hope for this planet. I love and accept myself anyway. Alright, let's go on the top of your head. Even though I feel jaded and cynical, and I sometimes even get angry, so many people coming to me, wanting to take and not give anything back. I get so frustrated because I know that's not how it works. Even if I were to give in those situations, they wouldn't learn what they need to learn. They need to learn how to give. That's how they're going to get infinite abundance. And I've been so confused about how to handle this. I know if I hold on to this belief that people are takers, that's what I'll continue creating in the world. And then there's no hope for the planet. The only hope for the planet is when people learn that giving and receiving are the same. Maybe I'm learning that in this challenge. After all, I'm tapping for problems in this challenge that aren't even my problems. If I were only looking after my personal interests, I wouldn't be giving this tapping right now. Maybe I could do what Gandhi said. Maybe I can be the change I want to see in the world. Maybe today I can give instead of take. I'm giving with this tapping right now. I'm tapping into the collective unconscious. I'm tuning into problems that aren't even mine. And I'm committing to this healing. That's a way of giving without taking. I'm willing to be the change I want to see in the world. I'm willing to practice what I preach. I'm willing to trust that God and the angels will help the world understand that taking gives them nothing. Taking leads only to loss, whereas giving will give them everything. I choose to be the example of this today. I choose to trust this process today, even if I may not understand how it ripples out. or how my healing will help others heal. I choose to embrace giving today. Alright, take a deep breath. So see what's coming in your body. I noticed quite a bit of grief coming up. I didn't quite actually cry, but it was close. We're going to turn to a random page of Course in Miracles now. Okay. It's interesting. It opened to the same page as yesterday. Let us today be truly humble and accept what we have made as what it is. If I'm seeing a lot of takers out there in the world, it's because I created that world. The power of decision is our own. Decide to accept your rightful place as co-creator of the universe, and all you think you made will disappear. Alright, now let's go on the top of the head. What rises to awareness then will be all that there ever was, eternally as it is now. And it will take the place of self-deceptions made only to usurp the altar to the Father and the Son. Today we practice true humility, abandoning the false pretense by which the ego seeks to prove it arrogant. Only the ego can be arrogant. Truth is humble in acknowledging its mightiness, its changelessness, and its eternal wholeness, all-encompassing. God's perfect gift to His beloved Son. We lay aside the arrogance which says that we are sinners, guilty and afraid, ashamed of what we are, and lift our hearts in true humility instead to Him who has created us immaculate. Like to Himself in power and in love. Okay, let's go back on Karate Chop. The power of decision is our own. And we accept of Him that which we are. And humbly recognize the Son of God. To recognize God's Son implies as well that all self-concepts have been laid aside and recognized as false. Top of your head. Their arrogance has been perceived. And in humility, the radiance of God's Son, His right to heaven and release from hell, are joyously accepted as our own. Now do we join in glad acknowledgement that lies are false and only truth is true. We think of truth alone as we arise, and spend 5 minutes practicing its ways, encouraging our frightened minds with this: the power of decision is my own. This day I will accept myself as what my Father's will created me to be. My holiness shines bright and clear today. The hush of heaven holds my heart today. You are my goal, my Father, only you. Let me forget my brother's past today. All right, take a deep breath. Whew. Powerful words. All right, we are going to let this one integrate, and we'll be back tomorrow for day 3. Thank you so much for participating in the 30-day World Peace Challenge. I invite you to share the videos with your family and friends. The more people we get tapping, the more powerful this will be. And if you have questions, again, please ask them on the forum, tapsmarter.com/forum. Thank you so much.